on your toxic family situation. My name is Summer, and we're going to take a look today on how your family is currently viewing you in your toxic family situation. And we're going to get some advice from your spirit team, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your divine ancestors. We're going to get some advice, and we're also going to do an energy check. I've already done the piles, the last couple of piles. I feel like the energy just kind of blended in with, how they're viewing you and everything. But these readings are very deep, and I see a connection, a potential connection between all the piles. So some of you, you may feel called to watch all the piles. You may feel called to watch more than one pile, or even if you just want to watch one because they're kind of lengthy, that's totally okay too. But a lot of good information and just beautiful messages came out. So I'm very happy with this reading. And, I want to look into the challenging aspects of the situation. And a toxic family situation is going to be challenging regardless. But I also strive to bring in some positivity because we have to have that balance of the dark and the light, to strive for perfect balance within us. Nothing's ever perfect. We might have some moments where we're in perfect balance, but of course, there's lots of ups and downs, but I want to try to give as balanced of a view of your situation as possible. And I hope I did a good job of achieving that. Please do feel free to share your experience in the comments if you would like. I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear how the reading resonates with you guys. But overall, I just really hope this helps you. I really appreciate you for watching, supporting. Please like if you would like, subscribe if you would like more content, comment if you have any suggestions. And in the next in the next screen, you can pick your pile, and I will see you there at your pile. Again, I really hope this resonates with you, and thank you so much. Hi Pile 1, this is your reading on how is your family currently viewing you if you have a toxic family situation, and advice from Spirit and your divine ancestors on how to navigate the situation moving forward. So we're going to start with an energy check just to check in to see what the current state of affairs are between you and your family. And that way you will kind of know if this pile is going to resonate with you for your current situation. You can kind of use this portion, this energy, to make sure that you're in your right pile. So, okay, we're starting with the Ten of Swords. So, for a lot of you, you're so depleted. You feel so depleted in the situation. This is a card of endings. You're just mentally worn out. Your energy is just so worn out. You're so tired. You're tired of having to deal with the situation. I forgot to mention, this could be, just one person in your family you're dealing with. It could be a few people, but maybe you still talk to and are okay with some of your family. And then for some of you, it's going to be like you have completely walked away. So, you'll know your situation. I think for most people, it's going to be multiple family members, though, just in general across all of the piles. So you're just done. You just feel completely checked out of the situation. Lots of chaos, lots of discord. I definitely am getting multiple family members here that you've had to deal with. You're tired of the fighting. You're tired of just the general chaos. I'm getting lying. maybe, let's see, maybe gossiping behind your back. I just see a lot of chaos here with that 10 of Swords and the 5 of Wands right off the bat. A lot of discord that you have had to deal with. Let's get some more. Ace of Wands. The Moon. Okay, let's grab one more. Okay, 2 more came out. All right, let me put this gigantic deck down. I wish for this purpose, or just the purpose of doing readings on here, I wish I had a smaller Rider Waite. I do somewhere, but not handy. So I got these giant cards. Okay, so the last 2 cards I wanted to show you are the 4 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. So let me take a look at this. So this is the energy check portion, what is currently going on. Yeah, okay, so like I said, we had the 10 of Swords with this 5 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I see that as you pulling your energy away from this chaotic situation for a long time, maybe a lifetime. You have been inadvertently pulled into this chaos, into the drama. I'm really getting a vibe of like gossip and people causing trouble and discord behind each other's backs. And you decided to pull your energy out of the situation. For a lot of you, it was divine guidance. This was spirit, your divine ancestors, your guides, your angels pulling you out of the situation. Maybe something chaotic, maybe one kind of chaotic situation happened that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, and you were like, I gotta leave the situation. Spirit was guiding you, nudging you to get out of your situation, and you did that. And I think a lot of you went dark. A lot of you went dark on these people, and you knew that you had to take the time to focus on yourself, to rest your energy and to recover, get out of this chaos and this chaotic situation. And a lot of recovery and mental rest was needed because you were and are just so exhausted from the situation. So I think a lot of you, pulled away your energy. Now you are maybe not really talking to a lot of these people, at least the ones that you had the discord with. And a lot of you had to completely pull your energy away. I'm seeing that. And you're focusing right now on working towards your goals. You have been planting seeds for a more beautiful and bright, prosperous future for yourself. You knew to do that, you had to walk away from the situation, and you were really, really guided. So if you are not sure if you made the right decision, if you are not sure if you ever go back and forth, just know that Spirit really did guide you out of the situation for a reason. And if something really chaotic happened before you left, it was for the purpose of getting you to really wake up and come to that realization that it was time to remove your energy and to really focus on yourself and work on cultivating your own garden, sowing your own seeds so that you could receive that beautiful harvest and the blessings that Spirit has in store for you. But you knew in order to do that, you had to pull your energy away from the situation. Now, some of you maybe didn't completely pull your energy away, but not everyone's on different timelines, of course, and not everyone has the immediate ability to do that. But either way, I do see that you have definitely pulled your energy away in some form. So I'm gonna leave those cards out. So that's the energy check. If that sounds like you, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so now we're gonna look at how your family is currently viewing you. I think I'm gonna pull a few of these astrology cards, and then we're probably going to go with some more tarot. All right, let's see what we got here. Gemini, okay. I'm gonna pull, goodness, I'm sorry, I'm like always dropping cards on these readings. I have like this little tiny table in front of me. I'm going to pull a few more. Okay. Air. So we got Gemini, air, house 11. So we got 3 kind of like air energies here. We got Gemini, which says curiosity, intellect, and networking. We got air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. And we got house 11, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. And house 11 corresponds with the sign of Aquarius. We got earth here as well, persistence, patience, and practicality. So this is in line with your energy check, because we got a couple of swords here. So you may be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You also may be an earth sign, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Let's see. And on the bottom of this astrology deck is opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. So I think that, and the power struggle really goes with that 5 of Wands energy that we had gotten. So I think your family kind of there's an awareness here with the air. There's an awareness that you left because you felt you had to for your own well-being. There is, I feel like there's probably a lot of talk amongst themselves, amongst your family members. And I think that a lot of them have been talking to each other and trying to figure you out, maybe talking and gossiping. I can't really tell yet if it's of a more positive or negative nature. I think we're going to pull some of these situations cards to get more insight on that. But I definitely see a lot of talking and communication about the situation. And with this house 11, it's a group of people coming together. So I think that it has been multiple people kind of trying to talk about the situation and trying to figure out the situation for sure. But they're either seeing you as someone that speaks up for yourself, because with all this air energy, that's the element of communication, the communicators. There's also an intellectual energy here. They see you as an intellectual. They see you as someone that's smart and wise and kind of like logical and rational in your decisions. So if they're thinking about why you had to pull away your energy, like we noticed in your energy check, they're probably really contemplating like amongst themselves about it, but they know they have this thought, whether they want to admit it or not, they know that you wouldn't just leave the situation unless you had like a good reason to do so, because you're not someone that acts irrationally, and you're not someone that stays stuck in their subjective mind. You are someone that plans things out. And they know that if you had to pull away your energy or leave the situation, you must have really had a good reason to do so, and you must have felt depleted in some way or another. Okay, so one of these situations cards fell out. interview, talk, conversation, get on the same page. So that's exactly what I was talking about. They definitely are having conversations about this amongst themselves. Yeah, Earth. With the Earth and that Seven of Pentacles, they also view you as someone that's hardworking and someone that has a lot of resources available to them because you are willing to put in the work. They also, a lot of them know that you are working to create more opportunities for your future. You are someone that is working hard to create long-term success in your own life. Okay, let's pull more situations. Pop-up, spontaneous, unexpected surprise visit. This card came out before I started recording your guys' reading. So, interesting it came back out. Synchronicity, signs, 111, 222, 333, it says. Threatened, embarrassed, and appearances. So, with the interview and the pop-up, a lot of them may be trying to get into contact with you, or if you are in contact with them, I think a lot of you are not, or you've like minimized it and you've pulled back your energy. I think some of these people, or all of them, are trying to figure out how they can get into contact with you, how they can speak with you, have a conversation with you. Some of them might show up if they know where you live. Some of them might just show up unexpectedly. I think some of them, if they don't know where you are or what you're up to or where you're living, I think some of them might be trying to find information on you, might be trying to find out where you live so they can pop up on you. So just, I feel called to say, be aware of that. If that's something you're trying to avoid, keep doing what you're doing, keep calling. We're going to get advice, of course, at the end, but keep calling in protection from your guides, because I do see that these people are trying to get into contact with you. Threatened, embarrassed, and appearances. So if we're dealing with a toxic family situation, which if you're watching this, you most likely are, I think that you pulling away or leaving the situation is threatening the appearances that these people are trying to keep up. And that's very common in toxic family situations, where it's like the whole family or certain members are trying to put on a facade, keep up a facade. And if one person breaks away from the situation or kind of like acts out of line, people that are so concerned with how they look and how they appear to other people, like that's going to threaten their appearance. So that is very much on their mind when they think about you, and that may be the motive of them trying to get into contact with you and trying to like reel you back in. Insatiable, unquenchable, wanting more. Ooh, interesting. Okay, well, I can't show this card. It says love affair, dirty little secret, down low. And we got unconditional, genuine, certain love. So what I'm getting from this, I'm getting that there are different, if you're dealing with multiple family members, I definitely feel like most of you guys, or pretty much all of you guys, are dealing with multiple family members here. I think some of them may not be in as toxic of an energy. I think some of them do have genuine love for you. Some of them genuinely are concerned about you and how you're doing, especially if there was some sort of fights or extreme like discord that that drove you to the point of leaving the situation. I think there are some people that are concerned about how you're doing. I think that with the dirty little secret, I think that some of these people may be doing things that you find not moral or not in line with your own personal values, and that may be a huge reason of why you had to leave. And maybe you even tried to communicate this with other family members, but you felt like, yeah, especially with all this air and the communication, I think that a lot of you may have like uncovered some family secrets, or maybe even just one person was acting kind of like dirty dirty actions. That could be anything. It could be anything: lying, cheating, committing actual crimes, or even just doing something else, doing other things that were just kind of like slimy and sly, and things that you didn't agree with. And maybe you were really like the only person that could see that. And maybe other people, you tried to talk to other people in the family about it. But in a lot of family situations, it's kind of like a don't ask, don't tell type of thing. And so you felt like you could not communicate these things with people, and you had to leave for your own sanity. Yeah, so that's kind of the energy I'm getting from here. But with how they're viewing you, I think that they really, really are wondering what you're up to. They want you back in their grasp. For what purpose? If it's positive or negative, I'm going to pull some more tarot to see. But I definitely get ulterior motives that I think some of them, it's going to be split. Some of them really are genuinely concerned about you and how you're doing. And some of them just want to keep up with appearances because it's making them look bad, or so they think in their mind, that you have walked away and you have pulled away your energy. So a lot of them are trying to figure out how to get into contact with you. I definitely detect some dishonesty here, though. There are people that are not being honest. Some people might know about why you walked away, or they might have like a good idea, or maybe you actually even communicated with people about why you were pulling away your energy and distancing yourself. But I see that there's dishonesty maybe amongst themselves. Maybe they're not telling the truth to other family members that are wondering what you're up to, that genuinely care about you. They're not being honest about why it is that you had to walk away. And even to the outside world, to family, friends, to whomever outside of the actual family that they're in contact with, in order to keep up appearances, they might be kind of like pretending you didn't leave, or pretending like you had other personal reasons to walk away that didn't have to do with them. There's definitely kind of like some dishonesty here. So I'm going to pull some tarot here, and we're going to dig into this a little bit more. I'm going to get this deck, and then we can get some advice for you on navigating the situation. So let's get a little bit more from the tarot on how it is they're viewing you. Exactly what I was talking about. Seven of Swords is the first to come out. Deceit is the key word here. Like I said, there's some deception here. There's some dishonesty. There's some lies. With all this air coming out, I really see that as you are someone that is a person of integrity and authenticity, and you hold yourself up to certain personal moral standards. And you like to surround yourself with people that also do the same, with other honest people. And I think you are just surrounded by people in your family that, I'm getting the word snakes. Snakes are coming up. A lot of dishonest people, a lot of gossip, a lot of mistruths, a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of deception, and you were just tired of that energy. You were just so sick and tired of it, because as you have grown and as you have matured, you can see more clearly through these people and their actions, and you're someone of a lot of mental and like moral integrity, and that was really, really being compromised the longer and more that you stayed in this situation. So you knew you had to remove yourself. And I think a lot of people in your family are lying to themselves as well. They're lying to each other, they're lying to other people outside of the family, and they're also lying to themselves about their own part in why you feel the way you do and why you had to walk away and leave the situation. So with how they're viewing you, you also got the Four of Wands, and this says celebration on it. They see you as someone that's coming into your own success on your own, and someone that feels like that you're doing better on your own, that you're better off outside of the situation with these people. I think they know that, but they're lying to themselves and lying to other people. Lots of deception in this pile. Six of Swords, movement. That's again so many swords here, so much air. That's kind of really the feeling of this pile and the energy with the deception. It's like there's a huge dichotomy here between this dishonest and deceptive behavior and energy that these people individually and collectively are cultivating in this group, in this family. It's a lot of deception, a lot of dishonesty amongst themselves. And then the other side of this dichotomy is you, someone rising and ascending more and more into your own integrity, into your own authenticity, into your own moral standards. You are no longer wanting to condone any of this behavior. Maybe in the past, especially when we're younger, we kind of, first of all, we're not really like super aware of what's going on when we're younger. As we get older and mature, and especially if you're on a more spiritual path and wanting to better yourself, it's like you can start to see more and more these more negative qualities, the negative vibration and frequency that other people around you hold, because the higher that we are raising and consciously working to raise our own vibration, the bigger the gap is between ourselves, especially as we ascend, and people that are wanting and choosing to stay in their lower vibration and maybe even lower it. Because it's like some people mature and ascend as they get older, and some people, and we know, and we've all seen it, just kind of get even more and more set in their ways, and we crystallize as we ascend, and some people kind of just harden more and more. And it's like that dichotomy has become way too obvious, way too clear to you. It's just way too different, and you cannot reconcile with that anymore. You cannot stay in this situation anymore. It was literally like tearing you apart mentally. Very mental pile here. And then at the bottom of this deck, we have the Two of Swords. So again, you saw that you were at this crossroads. You knew you had to make a choice. It just became that, like I said, the divine was guiding you. It became unbearable to you. And I can really see that and really feel that in your energy. So you had to make this decision to leave. And I think that, like I said, as far as how your family is viewing you, it's like there's probably multiple people, so there's different levels of consciousness with it. And I think, some people would rather keep up the lie and keep up the facade and maybe try to talk about you, or like spin a certain narrative about you or make you look bad. Or they're just pretending like they don't see what's going on. But I think a lot of them really do see what's going on, and they see that you have been able to garner more success for yourself. Or if they don't directly see what you're doing, it's like they're either hearing about it or they're just sensing it energetically, that like, because you, like I said, they do view you as an intellectual. They view you as someone that's highly aware and in tune mentally, and someone, whether they can tell consciously or not, you're someone that's in tune with like the higher divine consciousness. You're someone that's rational. I don't see any cups here. We do have the moon, but I don't see any like actual cups. So it's like they can't really spin you or paint you as someone that's like over emotional or irrational, because everybody, you have this reputation of being a highly intelligent and rational person, and someone that actually takes the time to make wise decisions for yourself. When you find yourself at a crossroads, you're going to weigh out the options and make the best decision for yourself. And it became like a no-brainer to you. So a lot of them, like I said, are viewing this about you. They know it. I think that even the ones that are trying to lie to themselves, it's undeniable at this point. So that's how they're viewing you. Let's get a little bit of advice for you guys from your spirit guides and your divine ancestors, and your guardian angels on how you can best navigate through this difficult situation. I honestly feel like a lot of you guys are already on that path, though. You've already limited communication. You've already pulled away your energy. You're already resting, doing what you need to do to rest and recover from the chaos. Like I said, there's such a dichotomy in this pile between their energy and your energy. And you have like really pulled away completely from this chaos. These are like very two opposing energies here. So it's like, I know the advice here, and I feel it is to continue to do what you're doing, continue resting and recovering mentally, because I know I can see that this took a huge toll on you mentally. So keep resting. I think that continuing to keep your business to yourself, keeping your private life and the things that you're working on and working towards, keep that to yourself for the most part. And, your success is going to speak for itself. I think they can already sense it, that you're better off without them. So we got some angels. I have this angel oracle deck. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Believe in yourself and follow your dreams. So exactly, there you go. I think that the advice really here is to continue pouring into yourself, continue to sow your own seeds, continue to water your own garden, because success is certain to come for you, because you're doing things the right way. You're living in authenticity and integrity, and you have removed yourself from such a difficult situation. If you haven't completely removed yourself, but you're wondering if you should, there's a good chance, there's a good sign and like advice here from spirit that may very well be a good idea. Meditation as well. And however that looks for you, there's a lot of good guided meditations here on YouTube. Take the time to really decide, because spirit is guiding you. Spirit has guided you away from the situation, and they will guide you and let you know if you need to completely remove yourself. And if you already have, then I think that really feels like it was the best choice for you. Eyes of love. Focus your eyes on loving actions and your lips on loving words. I think that you're already someone that wants to focus on the positivity. You want to be able to be around people that you can be honest with, and that you can trust that they're going to be honest with you. You can trust that you can confide in them and tell them things, and even share things that you're excited about, that you're working on, without having to worry that they're going to like cross you in some way or betray your trust or betray your energy. Those are the types of people that you want to surround yourself with. And these people are just not it. Like, you could tell very clearly from this energy. So focus on a lot of solitude here, because you're someone that, like I said, you're very intellectual. And this is a period of recovering for you. This is a period of You might have had so many people trying to like tell you how to live your life. I'm getting that here too. Or like having way too much input on your life and your decisions. And I think that you just got so sick and tired of that. So I think, you know, definitely the advice here is to keep resting and to keep your business to yourself and to keep working on things that make you feel alive, on things that enrich your spirit, that strengthen your mind. Focus on relationships in your life that you may have that are with trustworthy people that you can trust. And if you don't feel like you really have that yet in your life, just kind of focus on bringing that in and ask Spirit to help you bring that in. Your calling. Your life's purpose is like an awakening to put your gifts and talents to good use and enjoy the journey of life, especially with the Seven of Pentacles at the end of your tarot there, of your energy check. I really feel like the advice is to keep focusing on yourself, keep focusing on your goals, your higher calling, keep focusing on coming into alignment with your own highest path, and keep focusing on cultivating a community around yourself with people that do want to live in authenticity, that do want to live in truth, that are focused on their own higher calling as well, because that's where you're going to feel the most inspired and supportive. People that are actively working on bettering themselves and are not focused on what everybody else is doing, and they're not focused on competing and bringing other people down. So that is your reading. I really hope that helped pile one, and I am sorry for the situation that you had to go through. A lot of us divine beings on our path have to face situations like this, so I do understand, and I'm very sorry, and I hope, but it seems like you're already recovering. Like, I feel like for a lot of you, this may have been a while back that you had to separate and pull back your energy from these people, because like I said, I don't get a lot of like cups or like emotions. I don't think this is really like super fresh. For some of you, it might be, and some of you might be kind of like still in that place of, I think I put that card back, like the Two of Swords. You still might be in that place of like really trying to figure out which direction to go and what to do. So we're all on different parts of this path and journey, but yeah, I can't remember my train of thought with that, sorry. But thank you guys so much, pile one, and as always, if another pile calls out to you, feel free to check it out. Hope this helped. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Hi, pile two. This is a reading on your toxic family situation. We're going to look at how your family is viewing you right now, and we're going to do an energy check to make sure that this is your pile. And at the end, we're going to get some advice from the angels and from your divine ancestors on navigating the situation and moving forward. So let's start with the energy check so that you can make sure that the situation fits your personal story. So of course, use discernment. Use discernment as always. So I'm going to pull some cards for the current energy, the energy of the situation. I'm already getting some quite different energy from pile one. I got cards that flew everywhere. Let me quickly grab them. Okay. I want to just grab a few more. So we got the Six of Wands. We got the World. We got the Emperor, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Cups and Judgment. What I'm getting here, I'm kind of getting two different energies from this Six of Wands and the Emperor. So this Emperor to me feels like someone, maybe like the patriarch of the family, someone in a masculine energy, that kind of sees himself as like the leader of the situation, leader of the family, of the group. I think that you are someone that your family, so I know this is the energy check, but I'm really getting like your family as seeing you as like this successful person that's going out into the world and like achieving success for yourself. You're someone that's getting some sort of recognition for your work and for your contribution to society, because this is the world. So this is like a big, widespread energy. This is people noticing you, like even outside of your family or your immediate circle. I actually want to pull some more tarot, because this is kind of a complex situation. I do also see at the bottom of this Rider Waite, I see the Eight of Cups. So I feel like a lot of you may have had to pull your energy from the situation already, or you're considering it if you haven't, because that Eight of Cups is at the end here. The Empress. So that's a feminine energy. Okay, let me just pull some more. I want to be really clear here. Three of Wands, communication. So that Ace of Cups came out twice. The Ace of Cups, and then we got the Three of Wands here. I see the Three of Wands as kind of like planning and forward thinking and forward movement. So, okay, so I see the Emperor as, like I said, a patriarchal figure, or someone that kind of like holds like a leadership position within the family. I feel like there really shouldn't be like a hierarchy in families, but that's how it tends to be, especially since we're talking about toxic family situation here. So that Emperor is definitely like an older or elder figure. And then this Page of Wands is a younger, more youthful, maybe less experienced in life kind of figure. I think that this Emperor figure that you've had to deal with, they see themselves in this Six of Wands energy. They see themselves as like successful, and they want accolades, and they want acclaim, and they want people to look up to them, and they want to be seen as this emperor and like leader kind of figure. They want people to kind of like bow down to them, I'm feeling, in a way. And the world. So it's like, I feel like they also want this energy from the outside world as well as the family, within the family unit. And I feel that with the Page of Wands coming after them, I think they see you as this kind of like successor to them. And we got this Ace of Cups. I feel like you have some sort of, you may be a water sign, or you could also be a fire sign. But you really could be any sign. I see you as this Empress. So you could be a more feminine person. or even if you're, you know, not a woman or not a predominantly feminine energy, I think that in comparison to this Emperor, you have more, and with the cups, you got the Ace of Cups twice. You're someone that is more empathetic. You're someone that is compassionate, and you're someone that's like emotionally sensitive, but in a positive and strong way. You're someone that is good at communicating. You're good at planning. You're someone that I think likes to make plans and to keep in touch with different family members. And you're someone that gets satisfaction out of good and positive relationships with people. And I think that you're very, like I said, you're very emotionally sensitive. I get a really lovely empathic energy from you. Just very sensitive in the best possible way. And I think that other family members are able to like see that and feel that about you. And I feel like this Emperor figure thought they could take advantage of your kindness and your empathy. I think that they felt threatened. They felt threatened because they saw you as being like the embodiment of this Six of Wands energy, or they see the potential in you to make a real difference in the world and to get recognition and accolades and acclaim for your work, for your authenticity, for whatever it is that you are working towards. Like, I think that they saw the writing on the wall with the Judgment, and they felt threatened by that. And it's really sad how that happens, because, you know, the elders in our family are, we would hope, you know, in a healthy situation, in a healthy family situation, our elders are the ones that teach us and uplift us and share their experiences with us and want, even if whatever they view themselves as, however successful or not successful or whatever the case is, like, we would hope they would be wanting to see the younger generation succeed and to help better themselves and help better, you know, the family line, the family lineage. But unfortunately, we see a lot of parents, grandparents, other elders in the family that are supposed to be in that uplifting and supportive role instead turn to jealousy or try to compete with the youngers in the family. And that's really sad. I'm kind of really feeling that energy here. I feel like a central figure here. You may very well be dealing with a group of people, or you might just be dealing with one person. It's going to depend. I think, like, for pile 1, I got really like a group of people. This still could be a group of people, but we're really highly picking up on this Emperor energy here. But I feel like it's someone that's in distorted Emperor energy. They're not in balance with their masculine and feminine side. We all need to find that balance and that divine union within ourselves of the masculine and feminine. And I see this person really focusing more on kind of like that masculine kind of energy of wanting to be seen as like in charge, or being seen as the person that everybody goes to when they need help with anything financially, or when they need advice. Like, they really kind of like play themselves up even in their own mind and in that role, whether or not they deserve it or not. And that's the thing. And if you see this as a toxic family situation, and you feel like I said, we got some cups here, you're an empathic person, you're someone that is, for some of you, it's going to be different. Some of you have already walked away from the situation. Some of you have already pulled your energy back. And a lot of you are considering doing so, and you're kind of like in that place of deciding which way to go. But judgment is happening here in this situation. This is currently going on. So I really feel like in your family situation, there's a rebalancing of kind of like the power dynamics and the power structure here. And this is this is coming to me because, you know, we also got the World card. This is speaking to a greater collective energy right now of the collective of humanity shifting from a very kind of like patriarchal and unhealthy masculine dominance energy to we're seeing that very extreme kind of like polarity shift to the feminine coming into their power more, the feminine energy. And we're not just talking about men and women here, we're talking about masculine energy and feminine energy. There is obviously correspondences or correlations with our gender and sex and all of that stuff, but it's much bigger than that. So we are shifting collectively from over dominance of masculine energy that has become very unhealthy and has been for a long time, and the feminine has been suppressed within all of us and collectively, and individually and collectively. So there's this shift going on, and of course we want, like I said, we want that balance. So it's not like we're trying to completely make everything, you know, like feminine and like everybody has to follow matriarchs and stuff like that. Like, it's bigger than that. It's about finding that beautiful divine balance between the two. But we already know, like, the masculine energy, just by its nature, can easily, if unchecked, become overly egoic and can become dominant and can overpower and overshadow that feminine energy. So that's happening collectively, the rebalancing and the reshifting. And I see that reflected in pile 2, in your, whoever is watching this, it's being reflected here. So in your family dynamic, in your family situation. So even though, you know, like a group of people, a group of your family could be involved here, for some reason it's become kind of like a power struggle. And I don't even feel like it's one that you have like consciously subscribed to. It's not even like, I don't see you as wanting to compete with this person, with this emperor character. Like I said, you're someone that's empathic and compassionate. And you're someone that, I feel like you're someone that wants to see everybody win. Like you're someone that has been in a supportive role to people in your family and your loved ones and people in your life. And people and other people in your family, I feel like, do see you in a nice like highlight, and they value your empathy and your compassion and your support. I feel like you are someone that has lent a helping hand when others have needed it. You're someone that has been like a shoulder that people can cry on. And I feel like it got to the point where this person may have muddied the waters about your character. They were trying to do that because I detect a competition or kind of like a jealousy energy here. And I think that this emperor figure in their shadow was trying to cast some sort of doubt or illusion on you. They were trying to make you seem naive and make you seem like you don't really know what you're doing and you don't really know what you're talking about. When in reality, you have divine intuition. The divine directly informs you and the choices that you make in the direction that you go. You're someone that loves to like and naturally work through their intuition. And you reflect that in your character and other people can see it. But if someone is in distorted emperor masculine energy, like I said, there's that energy of like wanting to dominate. And so they may see this empress or feminine energy as inferior in some way. But with you, even though like I said, you are represented by the empress no matter your gender, I see you as someone that's you still have a balance of masculine qualities as well. Anyone that's on a path of ascension, anyone that is on a spiritual path and is trying to come into alignment with their highest path and connect with the divine, we naturally learn over time, whether consciously or not, that we have to balance that masculine and feminine energy. So you're already directly and like very strongly connected with that feminine intuition, sensitive, energetically sensitive side to yourself, but you've also learned how to come into your own power over time too with that healthy masculine energy. You're someone that has had to maybe work a little bit harder to gain confidence in yourself, because this is a more soft-spoken energy. You're someone that has led with your heart in the past, but you've had to learn as you've grown and matured to build up your confidence, you know? And I get this sense that, you know, even with other family members, you know, you were the person that people could go to, that people could count on to help them, whether something tangible, if they need help doing this or that, or they're going through an emotional situation and they need you, you know, they need a shoulder to cry on. Like I was saying, like you were that person. And I think that it got to the point where not only are you dealing with this Emperor character, but even amongst other family members, I think it got to the point where you were starting to feel unappreciated, and you were starting to feel a little bit like, or a lot, depleted emotionally and energetically, because, you know, the giver, the empathetic person, the helpful person, a lot of times can be overly giving to the point of depletion of their own energy. And a lot of people don't really, or especially if it's family, like a lot of people will take that for granted, take for granted that like you're always going to be there and you're always going to be able to lend them the support that they need. But it's to the point where it's like, okay, well, where's the support that I need? Like who's going to be my shoulder to cry on? And you got to that point where you were realizing like you are not going to find it in this situation. So there's a couple different things going on here. But I think it just got really unhealthy for you emotionally. Pile 1 was very mental. This is kind of like emotionally. You became emotionally depleted, and you either walked away already. You had to leave those cups there and take your cups and go elsewhere, you know? So you're either thinking about doing that. I think a lot of you are in the process of realizing these things and are considering whether you need to leave or not. And we'll get some advice from Spirit. But I feel like, you know, you probably already know the answer to that. We also got the Page of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. And it says prospects on it. So I see that if you're contemplating distancing yourself or pulling away from your energy, I see that there's a lot of opportunity for you to find this success. Like I said, I think right now, I feel like right now you are actively working on building up your own confidence. You're actively working on like putting yourself out there, having the courage to put yourself out there in a greater way. This is, I see this as someone that has a talent too. You might have a talent or a skill that, and you may be, you know, younger or have a more youthful energy. Maybe you haven't lost access to like your inner child. But this Emperor character has seen like this kind of like youthful quality to you, no matter how old you are. I feel like this is someone older than you. And they mistook your kindness for weakness. That's what I'm getting. And I think they could see, though. They could see the potential that you have. They could see that you were on your way to success and you were starting to get recognition. And I think, you know, like I said, if the rest of your family members see you as someone that is kind and empathic, and they could go to, you know, other family members might see you in a high light. even though they may have been, you know, depleting your energy and not really being there for you in the way that you may need, that may very well be an unconscious thing, which still doesn't make it okay. But I think that a lot of your family members consciously see you as a person that that does have integrity, that does have empathy and sensitivity, and there's an emotional maturity to you as well, especially if you have gotten to or are getting to the point where you're realizing you need to walk away, because that's a part of emotional maturity, is learning to not allow other people to deplete our energy. We have to make sure our cups are filled. And much like pile 1, I think that the divine has nudged you and is working on pulling you out of the situation and pulling you out of the energy. Everybody's on a different timeline, so you may have already, this may be in your past, you may have already walked away, but I think a lot of you are in that process right now and are contemplating it. And I think the divine is calling down judgment on especially this emperor, okay? Like, I see that other people in your family maybe starting to notice, or maybe they have already, you know, been noticing that this other person has been trying to like throw dirt on your name and taint your good character. And I think that other people are starting to be honest with themselves and to see this other person for who they are, and also see that like the things that they're trying to say about you or the narrative they're trying to spin on you is just simply not true. Like, that's not the version of you that these people know. I think a lot of them, especially if these are other, you know, these are a lot of older family members that we're tapping into. Like, a lot of even the ones that had a higher view of you may have still been seeing you as like naive and younger. It's really sad too, like in a lot of toxic family situations, older family members automatically will look at the younger members as like they don't know what they're talking about, or oh, they're gonna see you when they get out in the real world. But it's like, you may they even treat adult children that way, you know? Like, you could be well into adulthood at this point. And you have already, the thing is, it's like you already have been out in the real world. You've already seen what the real world is like, and you are still succeeding. Like, life is not beating you down. I'm not saying like things haven't been difficult. It's difficult for all of us right now. There's a lot of energies going on, and it's difficult even just trying to support yourself and like take care of the day-to-day responsibilities. But if these people thought you were just naive and were hoping that you were not going to be as successful as you are, and some, especially this Emperor character, like some of these people may have directly been wishing on your downfall. Like, that's just the truth, and it's sad. Because they saw this potential in you, and they wanted to do what they could to taint your name, or they wanted to do what they could to hold you down and make sure that you weren't going to find that success in the world. But guess what? It didn't matter, because you are someone that holds yourself with integrity, and you are learning to be confident in yourself. You are growing and stepping into your confidence. And I think this was really bothering this person. And so I think the drama, I'm kind of seeing this as drama. This Emperor character lowered themselves. They lowered themselves by trying to create drama or chaos around you and your good name. And they are starting to receive judgment for it, whether you are involved in the situation still or not. I feel like a lot of you have already pulled away. But if you are still in the situation, please just consider your own mental and emotional health, and don't let other people pull you out of your energy. Judgment is happening, whether you're there to see it or not. Just trust that it is happening in the background. And I think other people in the family are starting to see through this person as well. And maybe these people are finally starting to see ways in which they did not appreciate you, you know? I know we were supposed to do an energy check. It's already 27 minutes in. But your reading kind of all blended in together. So look at this. Strength, bravery. Like I said, this is both Leo energy right here. So, the Six of Wands and Leo, and Strength. This is both Leo energy right now. So you are someone that's, you hold yourself with integrity. You're someone that it has a healthy self-esteem. You're building up to a healthy self-esteem. If anyone has ever like made you doubt yourself, it's like you have been working to build yourself up to the point where like, it's starting to matter less and less with this Emperor character, what other naysayers might say about you. It's like you don't really care because your reputation out in the world, outside of this group entirely, is growing. And people are really beginning to see this greatness in you that this Emperor figure and that the other people in your family always saw. They always saw this potential. And this Emperor figure, and maybe even other people in your family that think that they're acting out of high moral standing, that think that they are operating with integrity. But if they have been able to take advantage of you, and whether conscious or not, like it's not a past if someone is working out of a lack of consciousness and is draining and depleting and hurting other people. It's not, there's no excuse for that, because we all, especially if these people are older than you, like we all have a responsibility to look at ourselves, to look at our shadow selves and like look at what we can improve and notice how we affect other people, you know? If we have negative traits or qualities within ourselves and we're projecting that onto other people and putting that burden onto other people, that says a lot about ourselves, because that means that we are not doing the inner work to cleanse and purify ourselves and cleanse and purify our own energy. And it's inevitable that that's going to rub off negatively on our loved ones. So this Emperor person is a more obvious kind of like villain in this story. And it's going to be to varying degrees. Some of you have dealt with a lot with this person. Some of this negative, distorted Emperor energy, like some of them have really, really done a lot to sabotage you and your success, and have talked a lot about you and have tried to taint your name in order to try to keep their elevated status or to lift themselves up. And for a lot of you, it may be even more subtle than that. It may not be super extreme. It's going to be varying degrees here. But there is one person that's kind of like the ringleader here, and maybe other people that have listened to this person and it's kind of like cast doubt on you, but it's like it's up to each individual person to have discernment. And a lot of the people in your family situation have not utilized discretion and discernment, sadly, in the situation. So this all goes with how they're viewing you too. I think the overarching theme for how they're viewing you is, like I said, this Empress, you're someone that's empathic, compassionate, loyal. There's a loyalty, there's a trustworthiness here. And you're someone that's fruitful too. You're someone that, you may be a creative person, you have creative ideas. You may have a talent or a craft that you're naturally gifted, naturally talented, but I think you also balance that with the actual work that it takes. Yeah, because we got the Six of Pentacles. You actually, like I said, you were balanced, and I think the kindness is the key word on here, but this reminds me of balance here. You balance natural gifts and natural talent with hard work, and that is where recognition and acclaim are beginning to come to you. People out in the world, and in your family situation are beginning to view you as actually receiving tangible achievement and success out in the world. And there's varying degrees, varying levels of jealousy and envy here, was they're seeing you as someone that's capable of success in your own right too. Like, this person, I feel like, has, of course, you know, we all receive maybe some level of help or guidance or assistance, but a lot of you, like I said, you are the giver in the situation. You are the giver in your family, and not a lot of people have been filling your cup to the point where you're depleted and had to leave. And the more that you pour into yourself, the more and more success that you are able to step into. And then, like I said, with that Leo energy too, you're beginning to really, really stand in, create a secure sense of self, and really being able to stand in your confidence and your courage. It takes bravery and courage to put yourself out there in the first place. And whatever your talent or creative pursuit is, it could be anything really. It may not even be like creative in that way. But you are beginning to really emerge into someone that is seen as not only empathetic and intuitive, but someone that actually can create tangible success and achievement and receive recognition. You're starting to receive rightful recognition. That Judgment and the Six of Pentacles are, I feel like, a divine rebalancing of the scales here. Anything that may have been taken away from you in this situation is being rebalanced and given back to you in whatever way that you deserve. And we also got the Hierophant here, guidance. There's the divine and God, Mother and Father God, are here present in this situation. There's a divine presence here overseeing, with the Hierophant and the Judgment. They're overseeing everything that's going on, and they are helping rebalance the scales. So if you felt like any injustice has taken place here, the balance is being rescaled right now. And I just saw this Eight of Wands. It's happening quickly. Like I said, it's happening as we speak. So I think that, I feel like your advice here as well is to distance yourself from the situation if you have not. I think it's time to reclaim all of your energy from the situation. And, you know, like I said, there may be some family members in here where it was like less extreme. If you feel like you can keep in touch with some of them, or you don't want to completely sever the relationships, I think you really need to be strong and put your foot down about how much of your energy you can expend into other people at this time, because this is a time for you to regroup, rebalance, restructure within yourself. This is a time to pour into yourself. This is a time to come into your own power, to build up on your own confidence and your self-esteem, which may have taken a hit in the situation, because we're all human and you're a very highly sensitive and empathic person. And so it may have taken a hit with the treatment that you have received from this Emperor and maybe other people in your family, and feeling unappreciated. That could really take a toll on a person. So the advice I'm getting here is to really to focus on yourself and your success and your achievement, because you are on the way to like big, like widespread success in whatever your field is, whatever it is you're talented in or interested in, whatever you do for your livelihood. Like even if it's just like you simply like just living in your authentic truth, living with integrity, like you're getting recognition for your positive character and quality traits. I don't want to frame it as it's all about what you're doing and like what you're putting out tangibly into the world. No, it's like people are actually noticing you and recognizing you for your higher gifts, your higher qualities, for your integrity, for your authenticity, for your bravery, for your courage, for your high character. You simply just being you and stepping into your most authentic self. People are seeing that and noticing that. And God and the divine is already rebalancing the situation for you. You don't have to do anything directly. You don't have to put any extra energy into the situation. It's already being taken care of by the divine. So I'm going to pull a couple of angel advice cards, and that will wrap up your reading. Heaven's messages. Your loved ones in heaven want you to know that they are safe, protected, and reunited with family and friends. Wow, okay. So some of you may have passed on loved ones, and I'm getting a lovely energy from this. They want you to know they're proud of you, and they want you to know that they're supporting you behind the scenes, and they want you to know that they are present as well in the situation, and they're helping to bring divine justice for you. They are helping to bring in a rebalancing of the scales, but they see you and they are proud of you. So if you have any loved ones up in heaven, divine ancestors, or any other loved ones, they want to give you that message that they're safe and that they see you, they recognize you, and they're proud of you. Achievement. I've been talking about achievement so much. Focus on what makes you victorious. That's the advice, like I said. Focus on your talent, your skills, your gifts, quality of your character, your integrity, being your highest authentic self. Keep working hard. Keep doing that work, because you are being noticed. You will continue to be more noticed and become more elevated in society for your contributions and the positive energy that you put out. And focus on that. Don't worry so much. If you have been worried or concerned about the situation, like, pull away your energy, put it into yourself, because you're going to be helping the greater collective by doing that. You're slaving away to try to help people that don't really even support you or don't want to see your talent, your divinity. That's only going to take away from you and take away from the collective of humanity. So you pouring into yourself and owning your greatness and just being your highest authentic self, that is going to do so much more for the world and for you and for the collective of all of us. And those that are meant to come along with you in your family, if any of them, like, that situation will be rebalanced and will be reworked. But it's okay for you, and it's recommended for you to focus on yourself. Keep filling up your own cups. Achievement. Focus on what makes you victorious. That is your divine guidance from your spirit guides, from your divine ancestors. And yeah. Beautiful reading, long reading. Thank you so much if you watched this whole thing. I hope it resonated with you. Another pile definitely might add even more context for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. I hope this really helped you, and I really appreciate you so much. And you have such good energy. Just keep focusing on being your highest and most authentic self, and you really cannot lose in this situation. Justice will be restored, and a divine rebalancing is happening as we speak. So thank you so much, Pile 2. I love you, and I'll see you later. Hi, Pile 3. This is your reading on your toxic family situation. We are going to take a look at how your family is currently viewing you, and we're going to get some advice at the end from your spirit guides and your divine ancestors on moving forward in your situation. We're going to first do an energy check to make sure that this pile is yours. However, Pile 2, the energy check and kind of like, the way their family was viewing them, everything kind of just blended in together. So it might be like that again, but you should know early on if this resonates with you or not. So let's begin with the energy check. We're going to kind of like take a look into the current situation that's going on, or what happened, to kind of like lead you to knowing that this is a toxic situation. So, okay, so we're starting with the 8 of Wands. I'm going to pull more. We got the Star. I got my giant Rider-Waite here. It's a little difficult to shuffle, so I'm hoping that the cards don't fall down again like they've been doing. We'll see. Strength and the world. Wow. The world came out as well in pile 1. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you have, first of all, 4 out of 5 of these cards are major arcana. So we're gonna pull like 1 or 2 more. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so we got the, what is this? The 7 of Cups. Okay. And the bottom of the deck, we got the Queen of Swords. So let me show you your cards. This is the 8 of Wands. This is the Star. This is Strength and the World. And we got the Wheel of Fortune and the 7 of Cups. So I'm gonna say that it's kind of a mixed bag with your family. I think that there are some members that you don't really maybe have an issue with, and that you may like view positively and they view you positively. And I think that some of them have a more negative or low vibrational energy to them. So I think that you are a pile where you're dealing with multiple people in your family. The other ones were as well, just in different ways. But it's a mixed bag here with how they're viewing you and probably how you view them individually. With this 8 of Wands, which is fast moving energy, something happening with a quick speed, and the Star, I feel like for you, I see this as you guys rising to prominence in a quick way, in a quick fashion, in a way that like took your family off guard. It's like something happened and all of a sudden they started viewing you or seeing you as this star. And I think they really, so this is kind of like already going into how they view you. It's like, this is a very strong energy of someone that is like standing in their power, because you got strength too. You're someone that's strong. This is Leo energy. The Star is Aquarius energy. That's fixed. And then you got the World, which is all the fixed energies. I don't know if I could show the World card. I know YouTube's weird. This is all fixed energy, because Leo and Aquarius are fixed signs, and then the World is all the fixed signs, including Taurus and Scorpio as well. You're someone that has a strong character and a strong reputation amongst your family here. It's like going straight into how they view you, because it's very strong and very prominent in your energy and the energy of your family that I'm tapping into. They see you as someone that is destined for success. They see you as someone that's already successful. They see you as someone that is rising to prominence in the world, and it's happening quickly. It's happening right before their eyes. And I think that with this, with you aligning with your higher purpose and your higher path and finding your place in the world, and other people being able to view you like for who you truly are, a lot of illusions. So the 7 of Cups is also the card of illusions and delusions. This is also Scorpio energy. Like I said, very fixed energy here. You're able to see through illusions and delusions of certain people in your family. And I think that certain people know, they can see that you can see through them and through the BS. And you're someone that holds yourself to a high moral character and high moral integrity. We got the Queen of Swords, which is technically Libra, because the court cards for the most part are the cardinal signs in their suit. However, like I said, I was getting Aquarius energy as well. Very fixed energy. You're someone that speaks the truth. You cut through the BS. People cannot BS you. If they were able to in the past, like, those days are gone. And I feel like there's such a rapid change. There was such a rapid change, whether this was in the past, whether this is currently happening. I feel like for a lot of you, it's in the past, because the very first card we got, which I kind of see it from like past to present to future, it all kind of blends together. This happened quick, okay? Like, it's like they might have had illusions and delusions about you in the past, your family, especially, because I think a lot of this is we're talking about older family members, elders in the family, the older generations. You know, a lot of times there's a generational gap, and people of younger generations, especially, you know, millennials and younger, are starting to see more and more through their toxic family situations and that rigidity, and like strict family and societal roles. Like, we are moving past that as a collective. We are ascending in our collective frequency. There's a very, just like pile 2, there's a very collective energy here. So the situations that are happening for you in your personal family situation, it's like as above and so below. It's like the macro and the micro. So whatever it is that you're going through that we're picking up on here is like a micro event or situation that's a part of the macro, as a part of the whole. So this situation, because you are, if you're watching this, you are a divine being, whether you see yourself that way or not. You are someone that is elevating and ascending in your frequency, in your consciousness. You are someone, most of you, I think you are aware that you are on this path of ascension. You are aware that you have been consciously working to come into alignment with your highest path and your highest purpose. And this is being reflected in your character. And this is happening, it's happened very quickly. It was something that I think caught a lot of your family members off guard. I think a lot of your family members were like very comfortable in not seeing you clearly. I think a lot of them, because this is the star right here, like the star has always been the star, right? Like whether people can see it or not, sometimes quite literally, especially depending on where we live, but sometimes the stars are very visible in the sky, and sometimes they are clouded by literal clouds, or we might be in a place with a lot of light pollution and we can't see the stars, but they're still always there, no matter whether we choose to see them or not, whether we can see them or not. So you've always been in this star energy, but something has happened, or you have, maybe it's you growing and ascending, like we were saying, and beginning to step more fully, authentically into your highest self and speaking the truth. The Queen of Swords, like I said, can cut through the BS. With this Queen of Swords energy, you have spoken up about something. You have spoken up about who you really are. You have shown who you really are to these people. So whatever illusions and delusions that they were wanting to stay in, were hoping to cast onto you or keep you stuck in certain narratives, like you quickly, this has been a rapid change in how they see you. They see you as someone with star quality and star potential, someone that either has been finding a lot of success and acclaim in the world, or you are on your way to doing so. They can see that. They see you as someone with high integrity, high moral value, strength of character, someone that always works on ascending and growing. You're not someone that likes to stay stagnant. We do have a lot of fixed energy here, though. So you're someone that has a strong and sturdy integrity. Like I said, there's a strong, sturdy quality to you with all of this fixed energy. Your reputation is very strong now. And I think whatever illusions people were trying to cast onto you or tried to maintain. These may be long-standing negative views of you that people in your family were trying to hold on to and trying to maintain. You may get more context in other piles for sure if any of them call out to you. But I really see this as like the truth has been coming out about you and who you really are rapidly. And you are someone, like I said, of high moral quality and high moral integrity. I feel like there are people in your family that are intimidated by you and intimidated by this quality. And I think that especially some of the members of your family that have been comfortable operating in a lower vibration or a lower frequency, it's like, it's very jarring to them. It's intimidating to them because it's like all of a sudden the wool that was over their eyes has been like pulled off. And I think a lot of them don't really, I feel like it shattered a lot of illusions about their own standing in the world, you know? Especially if you feel like there's a competitive energy. I really was getting that for both of the other piles as well. There's competitive energy, there's hierarchical energy here where, you know, sadly, especially like older family members or even, you know, people of our generation within our family, it just depends on your situation. It's like a lot of times there's this, it's part of the lack mentality, the crabs in a barrel mentality. And it's sad because in our family units, family situation, like that should be the people that are closest to us. Those should be our strongest and highest supporters. And a lot of times it's sadly just not like that. And so with this crabs in the barrel mentality, I think that a lot of people in your family felt comfortable staying clouded in delusion about you. And it's at the point where they just cannot do that anymore. It's very, very clear, very apparent. And if they try to keep this illusion up, it's just making them look bad, to be honest. It's just making them look like they're in denial. And okay, so let's pull some more tarot here. Woo! That was a lot about already how they're viewing you guys, like in a very high light. And it's to the point where they can't delude themselves anymore. So if you didn't know how your family was viewing you, or if you felt like they were kind of like putting you down in the past or trying to keep you feeling low or looking low in the eyes of other family members or people even outside of the family, at this point, they see you, they see your star quality, they see your success or your potential for success. They see the strength of your character, the strength of your morals. They see you elevating and growing in your sense of self and your character. And there's a sense of intimidation here surrounding that chaos. I think that this has caused chaos. I think because this is a fast moving energy with that 8 of Wands. We have more 5 of Wands here. That energy came up as well in pile 1. There's chaos here. There's the shattering and disillusionment of whatever image they were, negative, false image they were trying to cast on you and trying to hold you down. It's like that, they cannot uphold that anymore, and it's causing some chaos in their lives and within the family unit. So many wands here. We got the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So with the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, there's a lot of communication amongst your family members about you. Maybe something specific happened, because like I said, this is a fast moving energy. Maybe they saw something about you, or maybe you communicated something directly to them, or maybe like they saw something on social media or heard something from other people. I'm getting possibly like maybe you are not in this situation anymore, because a lot of us, like, like I was kind of saying, I think in another pile, it's like when you begin to elevate and raise your frequency, raise your vibration, it's like the lower other people want to stay, or the lower frequency people want to stay in, that dichotomy becomes even stronger. And that gap in consciousness becomes more and more wide. And it's like when we're elevating our energy, when we're living in our authentic truth, we get to the point where we simply cannot exist around people in this lower consciousness, lower frequency. It's unbearable. It becomes an unbearable feeling. And a lot of you will know exactly what I'm talking about, because I think you may have already reached that point. And so a lot of you probably have already distanced yourself from the situation. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk about you amongst these family members. They're talking about the things that you have been achieved. I think that also they're talking about with that strength and the 7 of Wands. This is another Leo energy, another fixed energy you have. They're talking about just how strong your character is. They're talking about how you have emerged and how your reputation, I feel like your reputation even outside of your family has just elevated and grown so much. And I really feel like you have started to see recognition and success outside of your family, maybe in your career, in your community, amongst other groups of people that you're in. Like your status in society is also elevating, and they can see this. They're talking about this. They're talking about the resilience that you have. And the 7 of Wands can also be a martyr energy. So you may have had to martyr yourself in this situation with these people. Each of the 3 piles so far has been predominantly certain elements. And your element here is fire, is Wands. Lots of strength in your character, lots of Leo energy. Got Sagittarius too. But we also have the Knight of Cups. So you're also someone that is warm and kind to people. You're kind to everybody. You're emotionally intelligent. And I feel like a lot of you lead with your heart. And that goes with that Leo energy as well too, because Leo represents the heart. And you have a lot of heart and soul in you. And I think a lot of people in your family feel emotionally empty. And so they feel that warmth that has radiated from you. There's an intimidation here, like I was saying, because when someone is radiating the light and the heat of the sun so strongly, it can often, like I said, intimidate others. And like there's like a shattering of unhealthy ego amongst people in your family. And one second, guys. Okay, sorry. So as I was saying, there's that sense of intimidation amongst people in your family. But there's also, with the Knight of Cups, I feel like there's also, like I said, you lead with empathy. It's like people can't cast illusions on you anymore because your character and your reputation is so strong. It's like in the past, there may have been people that were trying to throw dirt on your name, but it's like they can't really do that anymore because it just makes them look bad. It makes them look delusional. It makes them look jealous, and it makes them look like petty, which a lot of them are with this 5 of Wands. There's a lot of petty gossip and infighting amongst themselves. It's like the structure of the family situation is like breaking down, because if this is truly a toxic family situation, which you know it has been, those illusions are shattering, and it's causing, I feel like it's causing an ego death for a lot of the people in your family. Let me see what just fell. Okay, we got the King of Swords. Oh my gosh, more cards are falling, but I'm not going to pick those up. So we got the King of Swords. So 2 different decks, but we got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So like I was talking about in another pile, you have a good balance of masculine and feminine within you, which is necessary. The more we elevate on our path, we all have to find that divine union of masculine and feminine within ourselves. And that is the key to long-term success. That is the key to elevating to higher and higher levels of consciousness and higher frequencies, is cultivating that intuition, that intuitive, introspective, meditative, wise inner self part of ourselves, and also balancing that with our confidence and our courage to take risks and to put ourselves out there in the world and not be afraid to like show our authenticity, to stand in our authenticity, to be our highest self, and to like let that radiate into the world. Because like with that, all that Leo energy, whether you're Leo or not, it's like that's ruled by the sun. So, and the sun, you got the star. It's like you are in the spotlight. You are definitely a big topic of conversation amongst these people, and these people are beginning to see, or maybe for a long time, but I feel like for a lot of you, like I said, this happened quick. They can see the greatness to you, and it's been a really quick shattering of illusions here. We got the King of Cups too. You have such a beautiful balance of the emotions, the spirit. You have a lot of spirit to you, and you have emotional intelligence. You also have mental intelligence as well. You have logic and rationality here. And we also got the Seven of Pentacles, and the key word here on this card for that is vision, which I love. There's definitely a connection to both of the other piles, I would say, to be honest. So you're someone of high integrity and high moral standing. On the bottom of this deck here, we have death, which is release. So a lot of you have already walked away from the situation. A lot of you have already washed your hands of the situation. And that is how you have been able to find this success. I think for a while, if you did leave your situation kind of suddenly or abruptly, that could be the case too. You might have had to leave the situation kind of abruptly, which was jarring for these people. With that Eight of Wands, it might have happened pretty quick. There may have been delusions surrounding you and your character in the past. And a lot of these people, sad to say, they were hoping that you were the snake in the situation. They were hoping that they could hold on to the illusion of you being the immoral person, or you being the person that was causing chaos and drama. But the truth, the heart of the matter has come to light, and the truth of your character and who you are at your core is very clear and apparent for everyone to see. And so in your pile, just like the other piles too, I would say, but I feel like especially your pile, I feel like for a lot of you, like this is just, you've already kind of left this in your past and you've moved away. Look at the sun came up. I was literally talking about the sun. The sun, positivity. There's a light surrounding you. The death card, oh, here it is. It's like you have had to already dig down into the depths of your soul. You have already also seen a lot of the darkness of humanity via your own family, and which is very sad. Like, that's how it is for a lot of divine beings and a lot of people on a higher spiritual path, and a lot of people with a higher moral character and moral integrity. That's just a sad truth. You've had to see and confront the darkness of humanity, a lot of you via your own family situations. And you have not let that taint the light within you. In fact, it's kind of like you've already gone on this journey and you've already had to slay that dragon. And you have not lost your youthfulness. So you have not lost your sense of like your inner child. And that's a big part of the balance too, like I was talking about with the divine masculine, divine feminine, but it just leads to this even greater kind of theme of duality. And we have to also find the balance of the dark and the light. You can't have one without the other. And you are not afraid to dig deep. You are not afraid to go down to the depths. You have gone through huge transformation, probably many transformations in your life. You've gone through a huge transformation, and you are able to stand in the light. You're able to sleep well at night as well, because you know that you have had to slay your own dragons. You have had to confront your own demons and your own shadow self, and you have had to rise above, and you are standing in the highest of moral integrity and authenticity and character. And your family is viewing that and seeing that. And it just came to me, I feel like some of them are actually ashamed of their past actions. I'm getting that just came to me right now. It's like they're feeling ashamed because they know that they were acting poorly. And it's like there's such a huge contrast to the point where like you're almost on a pedestal here. You definitely are. And these people can see that you actually deserve that you've actually earned that. You have such a strong character, such a strong moral integrity. It's making a lot of them feel ashamed for their past actions and how they've treated you and mistreated you. And yeah, getting that strongly. So it's very clear. If you're wondering how your family's seeing you, they're seeing you in a very high positive light. They now realize, no matter what they thought about you or what illusions they had surrounding you before, they see that you're very smart. You got the swords. You're very smart. You're well spoken. You're rational. You're logical. But you lead with heart. You're intuitive. You're emotional and empathic in the best and highest possible way. You have a strength to your character. You're also, there's so many wands here, so much fire energy. You're also someone that has a very strong spirit. You have had to, a lot of them know the things that you have been through, maybe at the hands of others outside of your family, but they also see now the grief that they and other family members have put you through. Like, that's why there's this feeling of them being ashamed as well. Some of them, the ones that are most, a little bit more conscious and a little bit more, moral themselves or want to become better people, it's like they can see that. They can start to see it now. So advice from your spirit guides, from your divine ancestors and your guardian angels. We're going to pull oracles from my angel, I think it's like angel messages deck. So first advice card, take charge. Leadership and self-discipline are required to take control of your life. So just like the other piles, I feel like you guys don't really need advice per se, but this is more validation that you are making the right moves. Like you are standing in your authenticity, your integrity, your spirit team, your divine ancestors and angels, like they already see that. They're so proud of you. There's a sense of pride here. They're so very proud of you, and they want to bless you for this hard work you're doing. It's such hard work within itself just to purify and cleanse our own energy and to alchemize our own energy. And you've been on this path for quite some time, and distancing yourself, no matter how toxic your family is, it's not an easy task. And your spirit team is so very proud of you for having to do that and having the courage and the strength to do that and the resiliency to keep going and to not allow the darkness of this situation to put a damper on your light. Maybe in the past, I'm not saying it has been easy. Like, I'm sure it's been a huge challenge and it's been difficult, but you have not let any of it taint your character. The sun still shines on you, beams on you. You still strive to radiate the sun, radiate the light of the divine. And your spirit team is very proud of you for that. And take charge. Continue to do what you're doing. Continue to take charge of your own life. Don't let anyone get the better of you. It doesn't matter what they're saying about you. Like I said, they see already that you're in control of your own life. No one can really cast illusions on that anymore. No one can try to control you in any way, because you're not someone that can be manipulated. So the advice here is to keep doing what you're doing, keep moving forward, keep taking charge of your own life, continue to set boundaries. Release. Let go and focus on what is positive and uplifting. This came out in another pile as well. Wash your hands of the situation, and time will tell. If you've left the situation, left these people, time will tell if any of them are willing to do the hard work that you've done to elevate themselves and their frequency in order to maybe not completely match you if you're ahead, but maybe there might be a point where some of them, you can see that some of them are rising in frequency. They are starting to do the hard work. They are starting to come to these realizations and want to better themselves. And maybe they can get close enough for you to, reach your hand and meet them where they're at. But that is completely up to you. I think the advice right now is to continue doing you and release what is toxic for you. Release what you feel is going to lower you. You only need to focus right now on what it is that is most important to you and your life. That is the advice. Don't carry any guilt for having to leave the situation or these people behind, because you wouldn't have done so unless you really had to. Manifest success. There's such a star quality to this group, and really to all of the groups. There's such this energy of hard workers, of people that do the true hard work and balance your spirit, balance your soul with your emotions and leading with your heart, balance that with your intellect and rationality and logic, and balancing that with the hard work that we have to do to create tangible success as well, planting those seeds and having a long-term vision for ourselves. It's like a balancing of all the elements, balancing of the masculine and feminine, balancing of the dark and the light. Manifest success. That is your key to success, is to continue to work on cultivating that balance in every aspect of your life. Master your destiny by making use of your skills. Harness the creative forces to bring about success and achieve your goals. The divine and your spirit team, your divine ancestors have your back every step of the way. They're so proud of you. They're going to continue walking along with you on your path. They're going to continue guiding you and being there for you, for support whenever you need it. They're so proud of you. It's not easy to walk away even from the most toxic of situations. It's not easy to have to take a stand, and often, this is a lonely path for a lot of us, but they're so proud of you, and you are I feel the energy so strongly. You are so close. You are destined for true long-term success of the highest order, of the highest integrity and moral standing. You have a strong reputation here. There's a strength to you that endures, and your family can see that. I think that your greater community can see that, and as you emerge into the world more and more and stand more and more in your power, everybody's going to see that, and you are helping the greater collective. You are helping humanity, and you are doing a lot of work for spirit and for, Mother and Father God, divine. You are doing this work, and it is not going unnoticed, and you will be rewarded and continue to be rewarded for your efforts and your hard work. So I hope that helped pile 3. Lots of connections with the other piles as well. Beautiful energy you have. You're already doing great. This the divine and your spirit team is so proud of you, and I'm proud of you as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope this helped. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you in a future reading. Thank you so much.